Donald Trump does not possess any form of a gene remotely related to being an empath in this breaking story, and it trickles right down to his vice president, JD.
I can believe that her death is a tragedy while also recognizing that it's a tragedy of her own making and a tragedy of the far left who has marshaled an entire movement, a lunatic fringe against our law enforcement officers.
Hey there, welcome back to another breaking story here at Occupy Democrats. And Donald Trump, when pressed on the death of Renee Good in Minnesota, always manages, because he can't possibly have any feelings, to walk around the subject without addressing the question. This.
I watched that yesterday, and there are a lot of different forms to it. You have agitators, and we will always be protecting ICE, and we're always going to be protecting our Border Patrol and our law enforcement.
And Trump made sure to fill his sycophant world in his second term with a bunch of other people who have no empath nor true feelings, while Carol Lyon-Levitt Lips, the White House spokesperson, continues to lie about the incident here.
Now, of course, there is plentiful video evidence to show that the officer was struck by the car, that this deranged lunatic woman was trying to ram him over with her vehicle and was using that vehicle as a weapon, which justifies domestic terrorism.
And if you really need any evidence on the fact that Trump is so transactional and can't feel anything if it doesn't actually help him, remember what he said about Saudi money and the dismemberment of Jamal Khashoggi, who, by the way, was an American resident. This.
See how that all works out. It's a very complex situation. It's a shame, but it is what it is. We're not going to give up hundreds of billions of dollars in orders and let Russia, China, and everybody else have them. It's a very simple equation for me. I'm about make America great again, and I'm about America first.
You see, he says America first, but what he really means in this breaking story is me, 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 me. And if you'd like to see the me, me, me out of the White House, just subscribe to the channel. But then listen to how Vance finished what he said about Renee Good at the time.
Well, first of all, the Department of Justice is going to investigate this. The Department of Homeland Security is already investigating this. But the simple fact is, what you see is what you get in this case. You have a woman who was trying to obstruct a legitimate law enforcement operation. Nobody debates that. You have a woman who aimed her car at a law enforcement officer and pressed on the accelerator. Nobody debates that.
Well, not only is there no investigation, they're actually stopping the Minnesota police force from investigating. But in this breaking story, Donald Trump, you will not believe this in terms of where his true loyalty lies, with himself and his ego. This is how disturbing and sick Donald Trump is, because he just found out that Renee Good's father is a Trump fan. So he actually said this.
They're going to make mistakes sometimes. ICE is going to be too rough with somebody, or, they're dealing with rough people. They're going to make a mistake sometimes. It can happen. We feel terribly. I felt horribly when I was told that the young woman who had the tragedy. It's a tragedy. It's a horrible thing. Everybody would say it. ICE would say the same thing. When I learned her parents and her father in particular I hope he still is, but I don't know, was a tremendous Trump fan. He was all for Trump, loved Trump, and it's terrible. I was told that by a lot of people. They said, "Oh, he loves you." He was I hope he still feels that way. I don't know. It's hard situation, but her father was a tremendous, and parents were tremendous Trump fans. It's so sad. It just happens. It's terrible.
Now let's put this in context. Remember the representative from Minnesota, Melissa Hortman, who got killed along with her husband? Trump didn't even call family, didn't make a public statement of apology or sadness, didn't speak to Governor Walz because he ran with Kamala Harris. And then when Charlie Kirk was assassinated, half-mast, guy wasn't even an elected official, fly the flag at half-mast, big whoop-de-doo, etc. And now in Minnesota, once again, Renee Good gets basically shot to death for trying to move her car from the middle of the road, and he does not issue one apologetic iota until suddenly he might care because her dad is a Trump fan and he hopes he still is. That should tell you everything you need to know. And let's be sure we remember that between Texas and Florida, two red states, there's about 3.5 million undocumented Americans, and those two are not under ICE or military attack. You guys like and share the video. Stay frosty.